What's going on YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. Those are the three we're going to be going over. And last night I was doing some studying. I was just sitting back reading. And this book that I was reading, it's 7 chart patterns that consistently make money. And I ran across this. It says, the key to being successful as a trader is not losing money in between the big moves, but staying in the market so you are there when the big moves come. And that's where we talk about that capital preservation in terms of trading, especially in a market like this, one of the most volatile markets in the world. And you know, a lot of people, and it's happened to me before, you'll win a nice trade, a big trade, and then you'll have a mistake and you'll give basically all of it back. And that happens to everybody, but you got to learn from it. But just like this, you need to have that capital to be in the game, to be able to play those big moves, because a lot of the times the market just does these small fluctuations, then you'll have this huge move, and then it'll go back and it'll consolidate again, then it'll have that huge move, and you need to be there and plan for those big moves. That's what you're looking for. You know, and another one that I ran across, that says a stock is never so low that it can't go lower, nor so high that it can't go higher. And that's so true as well. I mean, you've seen that with Bitcoin when it went from $4, $5, $6. I mean, guys, at the point it was pennies to, you know, $20,000. That's the possibility. So, you know, Bitcoin is unlimited in terms of what it could be worth down the road. You know, and same to the downside, though. How people say, you know, there's stocks that you can look at that were $1,000 before, and now they're worth pennies. So that's definitely something that you have to be aware of, that you need to align yourself with the market, and you need to protect your capital in this space, because I think swing trading in this space is one of the best things. Take advantage of these big swings. It's one of the best things. Or even hodl if you're in the direction of the market. If the market's up, then that's the time to hodl. But when you're in a full-blown bear market, that's when you can get into some trouble, guys. So I was just reading this last night. I want to share that with you, and we're going to get into Bitcoin here now. Then we'll do a little Litecoin, and we'll do some Ethereum. If you get some from this, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Really helps out the channel, guys. I appreciate it. So Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame, we are still trading up above that critical $7,500 level. We tested it a few times here. You can see we wicked down again to try to feel it out, and that's what you're seeing right now, is the fight between the bulls and the bears. The bears are trying to push it down, and you're feeling some of that area right down in here, the support, and we're seeing if the bulls are able to step in and continue to hold that area, while the bears are trying to push down because the bulls are trying to get up and through. So you have this fight back and forth. The bears are trying to break this support here and get it to move back to the downside, and the bulls want to push this up. So that's what we're looking at, and that's why you almost get these little feelers. I was reading about this the other day, how the market will push up, it'll kind of test a little bit, and then it'll come back down, then it'll test the lower range a little bit before it eventually pops. And that's what we're waiting for right now, because what you see is basically one of these bullish, I'd call it a pennant. In a way, it's not enough data to be a flag right now, but in terms of this pennant, what we're waiting for is to see if we're going to get that next leg up. You can see here that we have our pull on heavy volume, and then we have that decreasing volume, and that's exactly what you want to see. Now remember, it's not 100% positive that you're going to go to the upside. It's just more likely that we will follow the trend here and get that next leg up. But for me, we need to get up above that 7,584, and that could give us the ability then to start running up to around 8,163, and then it'd be up around, we'll say, 9,249. Those would be the areas that I'd really look at here. Because guys, if this does move and we get another stick of volume like this to the upside there, that's going to put us up above $8,000. But we're going to have to watch that volume, and we want to stay up above that 20 EMA, that 50, and that 200, just like we are now. So you can see the trend is up. The river's up. Volatility stop on the 4-hour right now is at 7,332. So that's what we're looking at. Candles are going to get very tight. We're going to squeeze. The volume's going to continue to drop off, and then we're going to get that nice move either to the upside or downside. But I believe when the move happens, it's going to be aggressive, and it's going to be quick, and it's going to be in a candle just like this. So that's why you really need to be watching this, I think, even on the 1-hour and the 4-hour time frame. That's why we're looking at this so close right now. And also we have to factor in, we did have a nice strong trend line break right here on heavy volume. And that's significant after having all these lower highs for the last 2 months. So guys, Bitcoin right now, we definitely have the potential to make another leg up here. And like I said, if you do take a long here, excuse me guys, if you do take a long here, this volatility stop is a nice little thing. Say you're playing something on the 4 hour, you look at that and you say, okay, I'll put my stop around that 7,332, because if we do start to have that downside break through 7,500, you wouldn't want to let it go much farther, because then guys, that's where you get beat up. If you don't put in stop losses and you don't protect yourself right now, if you think it's going to be bullish, then this should continue to the upside, right? It shouldn't be dropping back down. So that's why you'd get taken out there. And that's the beauty of stop losses. Are you going to get wicked out from time to time? Yep. But it's the cost of doing business, and it's how you protect yourself from catastrophic blowups, which happen to people. And you know, I was watching a story of a guy who lost $300,000 day trade, and it's just unbelievable what position people will put themselves in sometimes. And that's why I think you always need to be a little bit more cautious, a little bit more careful. So right now for Bitcoin, it's a waiting game. We're waiting to see as the candles get tight if we get that upside or that downside break. Downside, we don't want to lose that. We'll say off the real bodies here, 7,397 is going to be the area I'm looking at. So next we're going to go into Litecoin. Take a look at that. Litecoin's at 44.90 right now. So on the 4 hour, we're starting to break out of this symmetrical triangle. It did come on more volume. We're going to have to see if we come and back test this area around $43.08, depending on what Bitcoin does, guys. If Bitcoin pumps hard, I think Litecoin's going to follow. We did get over top of this previous high at around $44. So that's nice here, and we're just going to have to see if we set a higher low. If we can actually come down and set a nice higher low here and then make that next leg up, we could be looking at roughly about $46.83, and then it'd be up around $51. So Litecoin really could run hard and fast if Bitcoin makes a nice break to the upside out of that little bullish pennant that it's in. To the downside, we need to hold, I'd say on the 4 hour time frame here, we need to hold that 200 moving average. That's going to be at $41.37. Wouldn't want to go much below that. I definitely wouldn't want to drop below $38.97. It's going to be the areas. But that's nice that we did get a little bit of a higher high in here. So let's see if we cool down or pull back a little bit into this area, and then we may get that next leg up. But it's nice to see an uptrend, guys. We've been just in downtrends for so long in this market. Ever since that parabolic top in 2017, you know, we've been trading in a very beat up market, and that just is what it is. So it is nice to see us pick up a little bit of steam here, but we need to keep it going into the halving. I don't know what's going to happen with the halving, guys. Anything can happen. The whales, they can do whatever they want to do on the day of it. They can pump it, they can dump it, they can do, nothing can happen. It's just one of those things. I'm going to continue to watch price action, and we're going to see what happens. But we are getting a little break out of this symmetrical triangle, and we're going to have to see if this is more than just a 5% failure. So right here, we're up. We're close to around that 5%. So we want to see us continue a move to the upside there. We don't want to fail here and have a busted pattern. So keep an eye on that. Volatility stop here on the 4 hour is at $43.16. They're saying that's where you'd want your stop. I would even probably put it a little bit lower than that if you were playing a serious move to the upside. But that's Litecoin. If you get some from Litecoin family out there, smash that like button, subscribe, put anything down there. You know, Chris, put my name, whatever. It helps out with the algorithm. I know some of y'all been doing that, and that helps out, so I appreciate it. Then we'll get into Ethereum. And let me know what you all are doing. Look at Ethereum here making a nice move. And this is a beautiful uptrend. Just higher highs, higher lows coming in. So each time you can see the buyers stepping in right in that area. And we've been making those higher highs. So we got over 88, which we were talking about yesterday. $188, I believe it was. So we need to turn that into support. Next area, we have the potential to get up to around the $204 area. And then it would be up around 247. Is going to be the spot for us. We want to continue to hold this yellow trend line right there. We don't want trend line breaks to the downside, but it's nice here, guys. We were in that ascending triangle. We broke out. We came back here, so we back tested, and now we're trying to crawl back out again, and we did get over the high of $188, which was important for us with Ethereum, but we need more volume to continue to move to the upside. On the 4 hour here, we're up above our 20 EMA, we're up above our 50, and we're up above that 200. So right now, just a nice steady uptrend. That's a good thing. And we want to see what we do with that $204 area. That's going to be a big spot for us. If we break through that, then guys, it could be really up around that $250 area pretty quick. But right now the trend's up. It's nice to see this, and this is in the intermediate term. The trend's up. You can see right here, look at the buy. We're going to look at the technical signals here. We have strong buy for Ethereum, buy, strong buy. So things are looking a little better right now. We just want to see if it continues to move to the upside. That's what we're going to be looking for, that strong continuous move to the upside. Because if we don't end up getting that, then obviously, guys, in this space, we dump very hard, very fast, and you can see the type of moves that happen to the downside here. So that's all I wanted to bring to you today. I appreciate you being here with me. You get some from this, like, subscribe, just watch these areas. Let's see if we can continue to put those higher highs and higher lows in. God bless you all. Have a wonderful Saturday. Take care.